mead is cold. The hearth is warm. The saga continues. I'm Grandpa Bud. We're playing Valheim. Now listen close, exiles. Last time we fought through the echoes of the past and scoured the eastern reaches, but the Norns are still holding on to the mysterious axe head. My boots are thin and patched, but my resolve isn't. Today, we're pointing the prow north. There are islands up there that haven't seen a friendly face in a long time. We're going to find a new patch of the Great Green and see if the north holds what the east hid from us. Let's get to it. So I want to start with getting a good night's sleep, and then we're going to use the big boat, and I guess we're going to have to make a new one because I misplaced it, which is hard to believe, but I did. Let's hope we have the extra iron we need for this, because I think we're probably digging into some upgrades or something that we would have needed. What I'm supposed to do with one extra nail, I don't know, but we got it. Might have more even. Let's see, we need 10 deer hide, 40 fine wood, and 40 bark. 10 deer hide should be easy. The 40 fine wood, well actually before we do that, we need to run to the start where we're going to launch from and drop off the portal, because we aren't going to be able to carry it and the boat. But we've got that chest right down here by the workbench, and we will just stick that in here for now, and then we have to be sure and grab that on our way back. I'm beginning to think that this side quest should have been a whole separate saga, as long as it's taking. I don't think we have enough fine wood, so maybe we'll pop down to West Shore. We could borrow the boat, but then we end up in the same place. So let's pop down to West Shore. Gotta remember to change this back. And we'll just pick up a couple of birch trees. These are the ones we just planted. And we've got those oaks that we planted too. Probably should be eating. Even if we're in the great green, we still need to keep our health up. Ah, now we have too much weight. That was fine wood, and we're one shy. No, you can stop anytime. You know, it's only a small house, but I kind of like the look of it. I think at some point we're going to have to stop and update ours. So we've got more wood than we need. Let's just leave some behind. And that'll keep us underweight for now. For a minute. As soon as we pick up that 40 ancient bark, we're probably going to be overweight again. Do we need to break that up, or do we have enough over here? Gonna have to break it up. Hope I can get down to weight. It's not happening. Spice rack. There we go. No. Put my hammer away. Don't want it to fall on my head, and I don't want it to land on land. It landed on land anyway. Alright, we need a little wood to take with us. And then we'll set sail. Grab the portal and set sail. might get there. Gonna have to build a dock too. Maybe a couple of them. So I think we've looked at that island straight ahead. We want to cut up here and see what's in this general area. But this boat is much better for the open sea. The carve is great for just a little island hopping, but when it comes to really searching the open sea, the longboat's certainly a big improvement. So we'll take a small starboard lean right here, and it should carry us just past that island and hopefully help us find the next. I'm wondering, does this island up here, all we saw were the mountains and the black forest, but by chance, does it have some more of the great green on it? And then way off in the distance to starboard, I can see the next land. Yes. Let's see what we can find out here. Big log out there. Okay. Let's mark this. So we know how to get back, and I think I'm going to actually leave the boat here just go exploring. Perhaps we should have sailed a bit further before we decided to cut loose on this journey. A small structure over there, but it is not. And that's Black Forest. It's not an A-frame. We're gonna head back to the boat. And sail this way. I think we can just scout this out from the shoreline using the longboat. Sometimes it's easier just to push it in the right direction to get it started. So, turning the wrong direction so that I can actually swing the back end of the boat away from the rocks. The days are always too short when we're sailing. Gonna try to make it to that second island And then we'll throw down our portal, repair the boat, and get a good night's sleep. A little shallow here for the longboat. The night is upon us. Let's throw ashore here. Get a new rested buff, and then we'll... I heard something outside. Another skeleton, I believe. Made me pause. We need to pick up our... We left a marker where the boat was, and it's not there anymore, so... Let's grab the portal, put it in our pocket, along with the workbench, and let's head into the wind. I wonder if I should have pushed the boat out a little more. Guess we'd make more progress if I told it to go forward. Yes, we're gonna push the boat out. This is too slow going. It does take this longer boat to get up to speed when rowing. Ah, the wind shifted on us. That should make a difference. Ah, we're stuck on land. Come on. I don't know where that rock... Oh, there it is. Need to get over that rock. And I don't think it's gonna happen. I can't pick the boat up for that. Maybe the sails will. And a little help from the sea. Big wave come along and pick us up. I'll be. There we go. Now we're underway. Alright. So we got swamp over there. Can't decide if we want to go ashore here or just scout the coastline. I'm leaning towards go ashore. Try to put the boat in a location we can get out of easily. No joy. Looks like we got a party. Not really what I want to see at a time like this. We should have been paying more attention. Little stew, little sausage. And we know we're not going to find it here. Well, short trip. So, moving on. I thought we were back to the boat, but looks like we got a ways to go yet. We're going to come back to the land on starboard later. Don't know how long the favorable winds are going to last as we turn to port. But at least we were able to get up to speed. That is some rocky land. Or water, I should say. Well, we knew this area was mountainous, because this is where we've been mining silver. Those frozen tears. Looks like it's all black forest up ahead. Just judging by the type of trees I can see through the mist. We've virtually searched this already, so we're coming across an area we've been to on foot before when we were scouting the mountains out. So let's jump ahead here and see what we can find. At least we're headed in a direction that the wind favors us. Lots of black forest. I am a bit surprised that the Norns would weave a fate so cruel. We're gonna hit some rocks here, I believe. And that is swamp up ahead. I believe at this point we'll want to turn back and head back to this area that we started. It was a very hopeful, nice thought. Did not prove fruitful. The end of the day draws near. So I want to try to cut through this area right through here. And now they've drawn a shroud across our eyes with this tameable mist. Is this land, or is this just one of the, this is one of the floating monsters. We haven't done this in quite a while. And I don't know that we're in need of it, but let's get away from here. Sun will be setting soon. The land before us is swamp. And exiles, you may recall what happened when we sailed too close to the swamp at nighttime last time. Back to where we started from, I suppose. It's our safest bet. And probably most expedient for our search. Though we do have to watch out for the rocks that we found. Well, let's see if we can parallel park this thing. Hopefully I didn't ground us, but I'm afraid I did. Here we go. So we'll try to pull in between those two rocks right there. Drop a portal and call it a night. Ah, yes, we did pick up some treasure that will not let us simply leave. One second, little housekeeping. potentially we have enough for me. Did we have some? Yes. Now we have some more. Now we put that over here. A dreamless night. So see if we can find some of the great green on the other side of that dreary swamp. Once we clear that rock. Not yet. Getting close. Well, we may not get there. Ah, I would so like to see the icon I long for to pop up on my map. Keep trying to drop the sail so we can go faster. It's not having it. Looks like we've got a little black forest next to the swamp, which is to be expected. Looks like we could practically sail past the swamp there. Here we go. Now we have the wind. Like get a little shallow there, doesn't it? Gonna swing out around this point. I think we better slow down. There's too many rocks. We're not looks like we have a tiny sliver of swamp ahead. I think the land that we saw off to starboard there is Allfather, homeland. We won't need to worry about it. And we're lost the wind. Drogar out there waiting for us in the water. And multiple leeches chasing us down as we pass this smallest of swamps. Ah, another floating giant. Don't know what we would do with the abyssal materials. So I'm not going to bother stopping. We just don't have a need for it. And we do have a much greater need. And that is to bring an end to our quest. The damnable storm. And naught but black forest and swamp. Wait, that looks like deciduous trees. Way up that embankment. Let's get around this rock. Maybe we can have a little softer landing. Well, we can pull alongside that A-frame right there. I know we haven't been here before, but this code does look familiar. Take us a minute to get out of here because we're going to be stranded on the sandbar. But let's go ahead and put our portal in the house. Not the one we're looking for. Now we do need to have a workbench over here, so maybe we'll just put it here. Not sure what this storm's gonna do to our boat. It's gonna tear it up. So rather than let the sea destroy it, let's grab it for our... that's not the tool I expected. Okay, stop. Get our stamina back. We're going to be close to, if not overweight. In fact, let's use this chest and drop off. Well, first off, let's... Oh man, the tide comes way up. We can come over here and drop our portal. And put this extra weight in the chest. And now let's see what we can do. Would like that last blow to happen at low tide. It's very hard to time though. Alright, we got our nails. And we got our ancient bark. Well, we're set. Now, I think what we'll do is store the boat here. And let's go grab that fish before it gets away. He's a big one. Tuna. Why can't I grab him? Oh, come on. Oh, that's a shame. I thought for sure we had that. Anyway. Let's put that ancient bark in here. We don't want to carry it around. It's just excess weight. Let's get our rested buff. Let's grab another portal. We'll leave an anchor. I don't remember where 2 is. And I didn't see it on the map when we looked. We should change this out. Oh, look at that guy. We don't want to get his attention. And we have no reason to mess with him. So, looks like we'll be calling it 3. And we're gonna need a whole lot more fine wood. Let's go grab that. I'm still puzzled by the missing boat. Did I lose it at sea? I sure don't remember losing it. I guess I'll have to go back and check the archives. So we need 20 wood, fine wood, for a portal. Which means we'll probably have to take down 2 of these as we get 9 for each. So we should have 18 plus the 6 we have. That we had in the... Oh my. So that gives us enough for now. We're going to be building over here, so I don't mind leaving quite a bit of wood behind. And let's get the rest of what we need for a portal. Pretty sure we got it. Yes. And we got 3 too many. Let's hope for better weather in the morning. Pray smile upon us. Well, let's see what we find. I know what I forgot. The extra one. We want to carry that around so that we can have, we don't want that. So that we can make our workbench, because we can't make a portal without our workbench. And not much here because of the mountains. And that's kind of what I've expected to see when we were looking at this area from the shoreline. However, I still want to check it out. Well, I thought we were going to have better weather. And the Black Forest. We got more bees. I'm not gonna bother, we just don't. We just don't have a need for any more bees. Hmm. Well, I killed a tree and I killed a neck, but I completely missed the deer. I wonder if he'll come back. Hmm. Don't know that I want to sail in this storm. But I don't know what to do to fill the time while we wait. Have to be careful that carrying a portal with us, we don't want it to get mixed up with what we're putting away. Those curious axe heads haunt me. We should have their brethren by now. We have a recipe. Minced meat sauce. Let's get rid of some of that boar meat. So right now we're running an even mixture. That's going to put us a little lower stamina. Which I would actually prefer to run a stamina heavy with the way we're running around. That would be carrot soup. But I was thinking that I wanted to get rid of some of that boar meat. And we've got no shortage of carrots, so. spice rack. Just tomorrow we sail. Storm or no storm. I let my coffee get cold. And this is going to put us over. Wait. Just in case. Probably not going to need it. So while I'm here, I'm looking to see where that land takes us, and we want to stay as close as we can to the start. And I think that's moving us halfway in the right direction, but not really. Should we see if we can find something in there? Something right here would be ideal. Probably shouldn't, but I'm going to try to sail between those rocks. Lots more black forest. Not going to get far on this wind, but we'll get where we can. We don't see meadows around this point. We're going to turn and break to the south. The southwest. Not looking promising, but I can't see much around the point. This is all black forest as far as we can see. So let's head southwest. No. I do believe there is land dead ahead. Black Forest, though. And a bit of swamp. Waters run shallow here. And I see swamp. And perhaps black forest. And guess who that is? That is what we have been waiting for. And if nothing else, it makes this trip worthwhile. We'll sail up that river and get a little closer. Well, exiles, that is good news. And yet it's hard to wipe the disappointment from my mind as our search still proves unfruitful. We'll be backing out of here if we can get in at all. We got hung up on a rock there. Big rock. It's a narrow river for this big boat. And the last time we did this, we ran into Blue Ghost of the Forest, and he told us about taking our boat where we shouldn't. But here we are. Let's take care of this guy. With good food and a proper shield, he's not that big a threat. So we're going to put a permanent portal here. We'll be coming back many times. Now, I've done this before, and I want to make sure I can get through as he expands his camp. Let's move our portal around to this side. Didn't mark where we parked the boat, but it should be easy to find. Let's go ahead and oh, we got a buddy. Look at that. And another. I assume there is a nearby burial chamber. Indeed. You can barely enter this because of the giant rock and the door. Don't know that we need anything in there. So let's just mark it on the map and move on. Not named this yet, but it will be. And we'll come right back to say hi. And we'll leave much poorer. need to carry those around with us. What we do need is a lot of this. I have to set this down for a minute. And I guess we'll have to probably come back. And here he is, the man himself. So the Yule hat is nice and festive, but what we came for is Meadows. We definitely want that. Close to 1,000 gold, and we have 548 left. The other thing we want is the Diverger circlet. We're probably going to buy some Ymir flesh eventually. I believe it opens a new recipe for us, the Iron Sledge. Now the Iron Sledge is a great replacement for the Stack Breaker. Much more powerful. The other thing we want is just a little nicety to pass the time. So, what did we buy? We bought the fishing rod, which will allow us to start working on our fishing skill. And during the Mistlands, fish becomes, even during the plains, once we get halfway through the plains and can grow plains crops, we'll be able to use the fish for fish reps. But this is the main thing we came for. This adds 150 to our carrying weight. So now we have added 50% more capacity for carrying. And so now we're going to grab some more money, because we're not done buying yet. Let's go ahead and take that 500 and bring it up to an even 1,000. We'll convert that to cash as long as we're here. So, we are considerably poorer than we were. However, we're much happier. That extra carrying capacity is so nice. And I wish we had it when we were working in the swamps. Okay, so the Diverger circlet. We definitely want that. And then, let's get 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I believe we need, let's get 5. That's 2, 3, 4. We're out of money. Oh, we had that stuff to sell. I want to check out the sledge. What's it take to make? So we're using the bronze pendant, which is that adrenaline increase. And it triggers at 50. The iron brooch triggers at 65. The extra health is nice, but I think I like the stamina better. Increase run speed, stamina regeneration, but its trigger is 60, so 25% stamina regen. That's just a raw 50 stamina. And by the wording, it makes me think it's stamina over time. I think I'll stick with the bronze pendant. The Heart of the Forest is a good one when you're having trouble staying alive. Okay. But what I wanted to see is the iron sledge here. We need one more flesh. We've got the elite. We've got the iron and the ancient bark. We'll take that. It's more than enough. So I know we need one more of those, and let's sell. We don't have anything left to sell. Can't remember the purpose for the Thunderstone. Don't believe I've ever bought it. Maybe I have. Not sure we can use it right now. Well, I think we're going to wrap things up there. It's been quite the adventure exploring the Isles. We have found little of the great grain that we need to complete our quest for the axes, but the discovery of the vendor and the acquisition of the belt and the I forgot the name. Circlet. The circlet I should show. The circlet will replace your headgear. Let's take a look real quick. And it gives you this really nice lamp that shines a light on wherever you're looking. Quite beneficial. Really, really wish we had had this in the sunken crypts. Let's go ahead and have a quick bite. And next time, we will continue our search. For the Great Green. And with that, exiles, I shall depart. The hearth is warm, the mead is cold, the saga continues. I'm Grandpa Bud. We're playing Valheim. Y'all have a good one.